Ball still, well, if they give him a half a yard on the play, they gave him a lot.
Well, we'll give him one.
Central needs all they can get at this point in time.
Yes, they do.
5 minutes left to go here in the first half. 43-0. Central trailing the Waynesville Tigers. Central with the ball in Tiger territory. Low snap. Pitch to the outside. It goes to Tyrell Harvey. He is slowed down first off by McDaniel, and then he is popped. Who got him? After McDaniel slowed him down.
Yep.
I'm trying to pick out a number coming over there for the Waynesville Tigers.
Boy, he slowed him up, stood him up, and then, boy, he got really racked.
That was Ian Williams. Ian Williams came up and just popped him.
Right.
Loss of a yard on the play. Now the ball is back to the 28-yard line. Brings up a third down now and about 10.
Yeah, I call it 10.
Again, Harvey in the backfield, both Harveys. Isaiah, the quarterback. Here's the snap to the brother.
Oh, ball's
Tyrell,
loose.
the ball loose. The Tigers slap the ball out of the hands. Waynesville fields it. Ian Williams has the ball. He is going to the end zone. There is nobody behind him that's going to catch him. And Ian Williams picks up the fumble and goes into the end zone. Where did he pick that fumble up at?
45.
At the 45-yard line. And he goes 55 yards to pay dirt. So a 55-yard fumble return.
Do I give him a rush for that? No, I don't believe I can, but golly, he had nobody behind him.
No, he did not. So at 3:59 left to go here in the second quarter, the Waynesville Tigers lead this 49-0 after the Tigers taking advantage of the third turnover here in this contest.
They were all trying to pick it up. And he did have three guys trailing him, but they were all Tigers.
Yeah, they were all his teammates, so that was pretty good. Pretty good. The only one who was anywhere near him was the ball carrier, who they stripped it out of, and that was Harvey. Extra point is good, and the Waynesville Tigers have put up a 5 spot on the board, 50-0. They lead over Hillcrest or over Central. I'll get this right before the day is over. We're back in a moment.
I'm here in the middle of the beautiful Ozarks.
I'm in one of the most exciting phases of my life.
But it's definitely time to relocate to a place of my own.
Somewhere I can power nap in peace.
Where I can have my buddies over anytime I want.
Somewhere close to where I need to be when I need to be there.
I wonder what my housing options are.
Alford Beatty Communities offers move-in ready 2, 3, and 4-bedroom homes in both single-family and townhome styles. Located at Fort Leonard Wood in Missouri, our residents enjoy a secure and comfortable hometown environment with the convenience of 24-hour maintenance, lawn care services, and community events. For more information, call Balfour Beatty today at 573-329-1013.
50-0, Waynesville on top of the Central Bulldogs. $150 so far from the Sellers Sexton Auto Group to the Waynesville Athletic Department. The Tigers have put 6 touchdowns on the board.
And with 3:59 left, who knows what can happen?
Actually, I think that's 7 touchdowns on the board. Here is a little pooch kick at the 35-yard line, and it's going to be brought back out by Central all the way to the 36.
Well, you got to give the Central fans credit. They're having a lot of fun, even though, you know, the score isn't indicative of having a lot of fun, but they are having fun.
So you're right. That is 7 touchdowns by the Waynesville Tigers. So that would be
yeah, 1 missed extra point and a safety.
Yeah, and the safety. So that's where we're at the 50-point margin. So, again, $175 to the athletic department from the Sellers Sexton Auto Group, 25 for each touchdown.
And Marvin, once again, didn't have to use the calculator on that one either. Good job.
Every once in a while, I amaze myself.
Yes.
Central with the ball, and here is the quarterback Walker, and throws it right into the hands of Malik Hopper at the 40-yard line. And Hopper, he reverses his field, and he is going to be slowed down, but not brought down. Still cut back up the middle, and Hopper finally gets hauled down at the 35-yard line. So another pick by the Waynesville Tigers. I don't know where Walker was throwing that one because the only one back there that could have possibly caught that was Malik Hopper.
Right. Malik didn't over-rotate that time. He really read that one well and really probably ran it about 50 yards and got about 15 out of it, but whatever, we'll take it every time. We're playing well right now. A little sloppy on that one, but other than that, it's been pretty solid performance by the Tigers. Really solid.
Yeah, every series you have to take and take an overall look at it. And again, we'll take of all the series we've had, and we've had that ball. This defense for Central has been on the field almost this entire football game.
Yes.
And here is Lewis. He will
out.
hand off. Up the middle it goes. And on his horse is Butler Lawson again.
45.
Into the end zone. A 45-yard touchdown run by Lawson. And that was after the interception. So another score after a pick by the Waynesville Tigers. And with 3:56 left to go here in the first half, the Tigers have racked up 56 points so far.
We're catching up on total yards, Marv. We definitely are.
We are catching up on total yards, and we're catching up on points, too.
Yes, we are.
I can't remember the last time the Tigers have scored this many points. And here's a snap. It's a high one. And Michael Lewis will go into the end zone. We're going to have flags all over the place. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think all five of the referees all threw flags.
That wasn't a hold. That was a tackle.
It's going to go against the Waynesville Tigers. Now, will they assess this right here on and let the Tigers kick the ball again?
Right. Yeah, it'll go on the play, so we'll either have, well, it'll be 10 yards from the spot. So we're looking at a test now definitely for Aaron on this one.
So let's see where they're going to. They'll snap the ball. Yeah, timeout called on the field by the Waynesville Tigers. Well, that'll catch up. Let us catch up on some of our commercial sponsors. We'll be right back.
Make plans for the V. Lakeway VFW Post 3168 on the South Outer Road at exit 150 off I-44. A proud supporter of the Lakeway area and the Lakeway youth. The Post is open 7 days a week. Not only will you meet your friends for some refreshments and catching up on the day's activities, there's karaoke, selected nights for bingo, and don't forget their free senior citizens dinner at 12 noon the last Friday of every month. Check out sports on the several TVs. Every day is a good day at the V. Lakeway VFW Post 3168, exit 150 off I-44 on the South Outer Road.
Sellers Sexton self-satisfaction.
Have you been searching the internet high and low and think you found the best price elsewhere on a new Ford, Lincoln, or Mazda? Seller Sexton has been selling satisfaction to thousands of customers, and I encourage you to take the Satisfaction Challenge. Go find the best price on the new Ford, Lincoln, or Mazda you want. Then come see us at Seller Sexton, and you'll find our offers on that same vehicle are just as good, if not better. Save on your new Ford, Lincoln, or Mazda. Take the Satisfaction Challenge only at Seller Sexton in St. Robert. Shop us online at sellersexton.com.
Come on!
Well, the line of scrimmage is the 27 or the 17-yard line, and for Aaron Choi, he will boot this thing away at the 25. This will be a 35-yard extra point, and what a shot!
He got it.
Aaron Choi boots this thing through from 35 yards out. That's a long extra point, but
could have gone 50.
That's right. That just goes to show the young man does have a leg, and I would not be.
That's good news down the road,
Yeah,
Marv.
it sure is, because I would not be shy of putting him in case we needed a game-winning field goal from the 35-yard line. So the Tigers, again, now on top, 57-0. Tigers will kick off when we come back. 3:26 left to go in the first half.
Our Women's Health and Maternity Services family is growing. Phelps County Regional Medical Center is proud to welcome gynecologist Nathan Ratchford and obstetrics and gynecology physician Wes Harden to the PCRMC Medical Group. Doctors Ratchford and Harden will begin seeing patients this summer in the PCRMC Women's Health Center and Maternity Services. To learn more or to make an appointment, please visit pcrmc.com or call 426-2229. Phelps County Regional Medical Center, our family caring for yours.
We're back. Nice crowd. You just mentioned that. Nice crowd for Waynesville fans showed up over there.
Yeah, they came in probably about the middle of the first quarter and went, wow, look at this. And now they're and saw quite a bit of football since they've been here, at least on our side.
57-0. Tigers on top. Choi will boot this thing away, and he puts his leg into this one, and he sends this one all the way back to the 10-yard line, and it is fielded again by Mouchins. Another penalty flag on the play, and we've got a helmet out there on the field.
That
belonged to Aaron McDaniel's helmet.
I'm glad his head wasn't in it.
He's walking off the field with his helmet in his hand. We've got 2 penalty flags on the field, one at the 43-yard line and one back at the 35-yard line, both on the helmet or central side of the field. Let's see the indication what the referee has. Okay.
I'm not really sure.
And that is going to be
both hands on the head.
Well,
on your left side there, Marv. Up. Right there. No. Right there. Yeah.
Okay, that's a loss of down. That's not right.
No. Okay. Whatever it was a 10-yard penalty.
Illegal participation. That means somebody did not have some equipment on properly.
Okay.
And Les McDaniel lost his helmet and then was still continuing to play.
Which Aaron would do. That would be it. And Aaron would do that.
Okay, yeah, you cannot play without your helmet.
No, it usually doesn't work out real well. That NFL guy found that out last week.
Yeah, there was a few of the other ones I've seen the NFL guys do. Here's a quarterback, a throwback, again, a screen pass. It's complete. It's going to be gained about 3 yards on the play. That was, well, let's see. Was that Walker that dropped back to throw that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Two-yard gain on the play that time for Springfield Central. Under 3 minutes left to go here in the first half. Waynesville on top 57-0 all over the Springfield Central Bulldogs. Central has picked up 1 first down here in this contest. They had the ball at the Waynesville 28-yard line, and then they fumbled the ball away, and Waynesville recovered it and went down the field the other way for a 45-yard return. Here's a pitch out to Harvey, and Harvey is going to be wrapped up and dropped.
He pitched it to his
and
brother.
He pitched it to Walker, the quarterback. Walker is being chased.
Oh, look out.
He runs around, and he's going to run out of bounds. That's probably the smartest thing you did, young man, because you had 6 Waynesville Tigers chasing you.
Yeah.
They were all over the place, and the best thing to do, rather than run into 6 guys that are not on your team, would be get out of bounds and stop the clock.
That's a loss of 22 for Walker on that one.
And again, that all started when they handed off to Harvey, and Harvey got hit by one of the upmen for the Waynesville Tigers. That might have been McDaniel that hit him, and then he spun around and tossed the ball back to Walker, the quarterback, and Walker was just running for his life.
Another one where you're yelling at the referee to blow the whistle.
3rd and 28, ball down to the 23-yard line for Springfield Central. Walker again. He takes the snap. Rolls out to the outside, left-handed quarterback, throws. This thing is thrown into double coverage, and the pass is incomplete on the coverage that time. Aaron McDaniel on the Waynesville Tigers.
Good coverage by Aaron on that. Excuse me.
2:10 left to go, 57-0 Waynesville on top.
They're going to punt it away, obviously.
Deep in their own territory, and coming back is probably going to be Hopper for the Waynesville Tigers. And again, when Malik Hopper has received the punts here in this contest, never has he been in his side of the territory. Every time he has been in Central's side of the field, and he still is, he's back at the Central 48-yard line. Here is the snap. The kick is up.
Good kick.
And this one is going to be fielded at the 50. It bounces at the 50. Hopper takes it, and Hopper is popped. And that is Tyrell Harvey came up, and that was probably not the smartest thing Hopper did.
No.
Not with a 235-pounder coming your way. That bounced up in the air. Hopper caught it and started to go forward, and Harvey just laid him out.
And for the first time in the game, we are in our own territory on our 42 going to the other side.
We're heading north.
Yep.
So you're right. So with, 2:07 left to go, first time in this contest, the Waynesville Tigers have started with the ball in their own side of the field. And still, that's not. We'll take that field position any day.
Sure, yeah.
At the 42-yard line.
Long.
Tigers again, 57-0 with 2:07 left to go.
Got 15 seconds here. Let's go ahead and get out there.
Tigers taking a little too long over on minutes, over on the sideline, but they'll get the play off. Again, in that flex, Sumter's in the backfield. He'll take the handoff, and he'll run off of left tackle.
Good job.
And he'll get spun and dropped at around the 45-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 4 on the play. Brings up a second down now and 6 for the Tigers. Under 2 minutes left to go here in the first half. We will have a running clock in the second, with a 57-0 lead by the Tigers. Taking this snap is Imperato. He'll carry it to the outside. Up the middle he goes. Aaron Imperato is on his horse, and
he is trying to score.
He's not trying to score.
I understand.
He is slow.
Not a bad idea. Yeah. That's a pretty classy move by the Tigers right there.
Yeah, he slowed it down. He did not want. He could have ran into the end zone untouched. But he did not. He slowed it down and gave himself up to be tackled from behind at the 25-yard line. The Tigers will pick up the first down.
So that's be 41 yards on that carry. And that was a pretty classy move by Coach right there. Not a bad decision at all by Mr. Imperato.
So the ball at the 15-yard line. Now what do the Tigers do? I mean, you can't tell them not to go into the end zone, but they run to the outside. They don't want to run out of bounds. They don't want to stop the clock. And they're still, well, we've got 56 seconds left to go. And sliding down is Imperato with this one. So he'll run out of the backfield. He'll slide down. He takes a knee. Is what he did.
Yeah, but, you know, I'm going to give him a loss on that because I have to for the stat part, but, you know, I'm really impressed with that. Very impressed with that.
So the Tigers will take this down now. They'll have to have one more play before the half. And again, Imperato will take it out of the pistol formation. Sumter's in the backfield. 5 seconds, 4. They'll take the snap. They'll hand it off to Sumter. He'll run up the middle, and the Springfield Bulldogs tackle him. That is not the place to run on this Bulldog team, is up the middle.
Right.
We found that out, so we go to the outside instead. That's going to be the end of the first half of this football game, and the Waynesville Tigers lead this 57-0 over the Springfield Central Bulldogs. We will take a break, have an extended halftime show because they've got a lot of stuff going on here. They've got the Drum and Bugle Corps with their kilts, and we've got some entertainment coming your way while the Tigers go in the locker room and rest up.
Our Women's Health and Maternity Services family is growing. Phelps County Regional Medical Center is proud to welcome gynecologist Nathan Ratchford and obstetrics and gynecology physician Wes Harden to the PCRMC Medical Group. Doctors Ratchford and Harden will begin seeing patients this summer in the PCRMC Women's Health Center and Maternity Services. To learn more or to make an appointment, please visit pcrmc.com or call 426-2229. Phelps County Regional Medical Center, our family caring for yours.
At Lindsay Chrysler Jeep Dodge in St. Robert, we're here to serve you with outstanding sales and service. Whatever your preference, Chrysler Jeep Dodge, along with access to Ford and Chevrolet, all under one roof. At Lindsay Chrysler Jeep Dodge, you'll also find the area's largest stock of used vehicles with over 300 to choose from, all clearly marked on windshields and online. See for yourself with a visit to Lindsay Chrysler Jeep Dodge, 909 Missouri Avenue, St. Robert, or online at lindsay-dodgechrysler.com.
There's no place else like home. It's the circle of chairs around your fire pit, where all the do you remembers get passed around like bowls of ice cream. It's bacon and eggs in the skillet, crackling along with the laughter.
At Shelter Insurance, we don't just insure your home, we insure all the memories that live inside it. Ask your agent for details. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
For a free insurance review,
for auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, Mike Anthony, your Shelter Insurance agent in Waynesville.
Stop by and see me, Dave Howlett, your Shelter Insurance agent in Richland.
Mailbox It of St. Robert is the go-to resource for packing, shipping, printing, and business service needs. Their team of dedicated, professionally trained experts understands the meaning of superstar customer care. They focus on saving you time and money by ensuring you get the right products and services at the right price. They can pack and ship almost anything to almost anywhere in the world, but shipping is only one way they can help make your life easier. They are also St. Robert's premier copy, print, and document service center. Large or small, black and white or color, it can be printed. Mailbox It can handle it. Mailbox It, one-stop shop for dozens of business products and services that will allow you to do what you're good at while they take care of the other stuff you need to succeed. You're listening to KOZQ 102.3 FM, Waynesville, St. Robert, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Get Napa know-how at St. Robert Auto Supply off Missouri Avenue in St. Robert, and get the good stuff 7 days a week.
Our Women's Health and Maternity Services family is growing. Phelps County Regional Medical Center is proud to welcome gynecologist Nathan Ratchford and obstetrics and gynecology physician Wes Harden to the PCRMC Medical Group. Doctors Ratchford and Harden will begin seeing patients this summer in the PCRMC Women's Health Center and Maternity Services. To learn more or to make an appointment, please visit pcrmc.com or call 426-2229. Phelps County Regional Medical Center, our family caring for yours.
Attention athletes. If you want to make sure that you perform this season at 100%, then call Ogle Chiropractic in Waynesville. Their sports well care program is only $45 per month, and that's up to 12 visits each month. Dr. Shane and Dr. Tabby Ogle will make sure everything is in alignment and treat any issue you have before the big game. Ogle Chiropractic offers sports and school physicals, electrical muscle stimulation, and treatments for sports injuries. Ogle Chiropractic is dedicated to providing Waynesville and the surrounding communities with the best possible chiropractic care available. Stop by today or call 774-4177. Ogle Chiropractic, a proud supporter of Waynesville Athletics.
Waynesville Tigers lead this 57-0 here at halftime. It has been an offensive explosion for this Waynesville Tiger team, and the defense hasn't done real bad either, Shane.
No, sir. Defensively, Central had 9 rushes for negative 12 yards. They had 3 of 10 passing for 2 yards for total yards of negative 10 in the first half. I don't know if I've seen that in a long, long time. For us on the offensive side, what an explosion. Rushing, 24 rushes for 251 yards. Passing, we were 3 for 4 for 76 yards for 327. Sheen had 9 carries for 131. Sumter had 7 carries for 25 yards. Emperado had 5 carries for 36 yards. Dawkins had 2 carries on that jet sweep for 40 yards. And then Cassidy had that 1 jet sweep for 19 yards. Not a whole lot of bad things to say about the Tigers in the first half. That was a complete dominant performance by us. We put 57 points up in the first half. You know, we've looked around at Central all year long, you know, and they've had some points put up against them, but we match pretty much all the other teams, which is good news for us halfway through the season. You know, and I think that Coach Haynes gained a big weapon with that last PAT because, you know, Aaron Choi kicked that ball 35 yards. It would have gone 50. And that gives Aaron a lot of confidence, and it gives us another weapon going on down the road.
Yeah, you were talking about Central getting beat up last week. They lost to Camdenton 77-0. The week before, Glendale beat them 66-0. They lost 59-0 to Lebanon. 56-20 at Parkview to open up the season. They actually put some points on the board. Of course, I think that first part of the season, they were a lot healthier than they are right now.
I believe so. You know, and we were talking to the guys up here who have been great. You know, we've been having a good time with these guys, but they said they've been suffering a lot of injuries almost every game. And, you know, it's not that the effort isn't there. You know, they're not hanging their heads. They're coming out there. They're trying to play hard, but, you know, there's just got some guys in some spots that normally aren't there. And we get it to the outside with our speed and agility. You know, we're just kind of outrunning people. And they're making some key mistakes in some bad spots. And we've had 2 defensive touchdowns tonight, one on the pick and one on the safety and the other one on the fumble. And that's good news for the Tigers. We're only building confidence. You know, the second half, what do? Do you come out here and do you run your sets in the first? In the first, this is a tough call for Coach Haynes. He doesn't want to embarrass anybody. He knows what it's like to get beat like that. But do you come out and do you run, with your first team in the first part of the third quarter, get them some good reps, get them confident to where what they're leaving with is a good taste in their mouth? Or do you go in there and you say, okay, listen, first team, second team, you're pretty much done. We're going to go down to the last part of the second teamers and third teamers, and we're going to get those guys ready. And the coaches now are looking for guys that can help in that last part of the season. And that's not such a bad thing either.
Well, this is a road trip. So how many of the third teamers do you bring on these road trips? Now, if you were at home, you would have the JV team sitting out there on the sideline, and you'd be able to bring them out. We might have brought the JV team here tonight simply because we don't have a JV game coming up on Monday.
Right. They don't have enough guys that they're going to field a team for us on Monday. Most of the guys that they have are out here now. So, yeah, I could see, maybe us getting a JV game in the second half. I mean, we're going to have the running clock. It's 57. For them to come back and score 22 points to get it to a regular clock is going to be a real tall feat for the Central Bulldogs to do.
The Waynesville Tigers have scored 8 touchdowns, have kicked 7 extra points. They have a safety to go along with that, and like you said, a fumble recovery, a defensive touchdown on the 55-yarder, and that was the only time that Springfield Central had the ball in Waynesville Tiger territory. They had it down to the 28-yard line. They handed it off to their tailback, Harvey, and as he was coming around to the outside, he had the ball stuck out there like he was carrying it like a loaf of bread. And I think he was still trying to maintain control of the ball after they got the pitch from the quarterback Walker, and we stripped the ball, picked it up, and at the 45, and went down into the end zone untouched.
Well, it's just like the way you teach them that ball's out there. You come up with that punch on the ball to punch that ball out. That's exactly what we did. I don't think anybody was surprised more than number 8 for the Waynesville Tigers. That would be
that was Ian Williams.
Yeah, Ian Williams, and boy, he was rumbling, bumbling, stumbling down there, but he made it, and I'll guarantee you he's going to be a lot of fun in the hallway this week too.
So the Waynesville Tigers again on top by the score of 57-0 here at halftime. Take another break. We'll be back with more here at halftime in a moment.
There's a new place where all the hipsters are hanging out. It's called the movie theater. Smell that? That's popcorn. After you've purchased your ticket, make your way to the air-conditioned theater. Take a seat, relax, and get ready for the feature presentation.
While the urge to go to the movies hasn't changed since the dawn of motion pictures, the experience has.
B&B Theaters is giving away movie tickets and popcorn every single week. Simply subscribe to the B&B Theaters channel on YouTube to stay up on the latest in upcoming releases and movie trivia. Enjoy the magic of the movies only at B&B Theaters.
Real estate made easy with Team Ellis at RE/MAX. Lisa Ellis has been selling real estate in the Waynesville, St. Robert, Fort Wood area for over 20 years. She knows the area as well as anyone in real estate, and with the revolving doors in a military market, Team Ellis at RE/MAX stays on top of their game, and that in turn helps you out, the buyer or seller. Contact Team Ellis at 320 Eichard Avenue in the Townfield Plaza, Suite X, behind McDonald's in Waynesville. Call the office at 774-2653 or her cell at 528-4353. Lisa Ellis, your RE/MAX professional realtor.
It's the place there's no place else like. Home. It's the circle of chairs around your fire pit, where all the do you remembers get passed around like bowls of ice cream. It's bacon and eggs in the skillet, crackling along with the laughter.
At Shelter Insurance, we don't just insure your home, we insure all the memories that live inside it. Ask your agent for details. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
For a free insurance review,
For auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, Mike Anthony, your shelter insurance agent in Waynesville.
Stop by and see me, Dave Howlett, your shelter insurance agent in Richland.
Seller's Sexton Self-Satisfaction.
Have you been searching the internet high and low and think you found the best price elsewhere on a new Ford, Lincoln, or Mazda? Seller Sexton has been selling satisfaction to thousands of customers, and I encourage you to take the Satisfaction Challenge. Go find the best price on the new Ford, Lincoln, or Mazda you want. Then come see us at Seller Sexton, and you'll find our offers on that same vehicle are just as good, if not better. Save on your new Ford, Lincoln, or Mazda. Take the Satisfaction Challenge only at Seller Sexton in St. Robert. Shop us online at sellersexton.com.
Come on!
57-0 here at halftime. Waynesville on top of Springfield Central. Again, $25 for every touchdown to the athletic department from the Sellers Sexton Auto Group. And the Tigers have tagged them for 8 TDs tonight. 37-yard touchdown catch to Kevin Poinsett from Mike Lewis. Then a safety after a bad snap into the central end zone. That gave the Tigers 2 more points, made it 9-0. And then the next time the Tigers got the ball, Cameron Cavalier caught a Mike Lewis pass from 34 yards out. And then an 18-yard run by Shane Butler Lawson. An Aaron Emperado 2-yard run, a 4-yard run by Lawson. Then a 29-yard run by Lawson. A defensive penalty or a defensive touchdown by Ian Williams. A 55-yard fumble recovery. And then the 45-yard touchdown run by Shane Butler Lawson. And we have a 57-0 ball game. We have some other blowouts going on in the Ozark Conference at halftime as well, Shane.
Yeah, number 4 West Plains 28, number 8 Lebanon 7 at half. Camdenton, number 8 in the state, is 55-0 over Hillcrest at half. Glendale is up on Parkview at the end of the third quarter, it's tied 32-all. It has Rolla and Kickapoo in the second quarter, 27-7. Of course, it has our game. And some of the other area scores. Sean McCullough down at McDonald County, 28-0 over Nevada at half. Let me see, what else? Webb City, number 1, is with number 4 Carthage. That's a game.
Oh, I'll bet.
And that's 14-6 in the end of the third quarter. Some of the other games you guys might be interested in. Number 10, Carl Junction, 10-10 with Ozark at half. Really, that's Joplin's over Branson, 21-0 at half. And remember, Webb City just beat Branson last week, 22-20.
What's Republic? Do you have the Republic Willard score?
Republic Willard, 21-12 at halftime. Republic's over Willard right now.
And Republic came in winless on the season at 0-4.
Right. So that's another big game. That's probably all the area games that we really have. Not really anything besides those coming on, but some surprises. I'm a little surprised, but we did beat up Hillcrest pretty hard last week. We've had a lot of injuries. We knocked out 2 of their backs, so they're probably pretty much down. But Camdenton, second half of the season, here they come. It's pretty much evident that West Plains is for real. At 28-7 at halftime, to score 28 points on that Lebanon defense, you're doing something. And to hold them to 7.
Yeah, that's the key, holding the Lebanon Yellow Jackets to 7 points with that monster offensive line they have. I mean, that, and also, they might have lost their key running back, but if your offensive line can open up holes, any running back can find. The only thing about their big running back is he was carrying people with him.
Yeah, that kid's a big kid. He's taken some hits, but he's also delivered a couple. That hit that he put on our hit man was quite the hit of the night almost, and we're just going to see how we come out this second half. It's going to be interesting to see how Coach is going to handle it, and got to handle it with a lot of class like Coach Hayes has done all year, and we'll just kind of hope we see some kids get on the field that don't normally get on the field, and hopefully they'll perform as well.
Tigers again on top by the score of 57-0, while we have the Drum and Bugle Corps from Central on the field right now in their kilts. And again, they are entertaining here at halftime. Take another break. We'll be right back.
This is the Pepsi that your father drank and your grandfather drank.
When I was your age, we were.
This is the Pepsi that your Uncle Ted drank when rock sounded like this. This is the Pepsi for American pastimes. Whether you're tailgating at a speedway or courtside watching your favorite player make a breakaway,
he scored!
This is the Pepsi for those who are forever fun. This is the Pepsi for every generation.
You're listening to KOZQ 102.3 FM, Waynesville, St. Robert, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Get Napa know-how at St. Robert Auto Supply off Missouri Avenue in St. Robert, and get the good stuff 7 days a week.
Saying goodbye to those we love is made a little easier. Just knowing your memories are safely kept within Sunset Memorial Estates Cemetery. This is Martin Vernon, owner of Memorial Chapels and Crematory. Burial at our Sunset Memorial Estates provides the respect and personalized ceremony families expect and offers many options to military families, including personalized monument selection. For more information, contact Memorial Chapels and Crematory.
Make plans for the V, Lakeway VFW Post 3168 on the South Outer Road at exit 150 off I-44. A proud supporter of the Lakeway area and the Lakeway youth. The Post is open 7 days a week. Not only will you meet your friends for some refreshments and catching up on the day's activities, there's karaoke, selected nights for bingo, and don't forget their free senior citizens dinner at 12 noon the last Friday of every month. Check out sports on the several TVs. Every day is a good day at the V. Lakeway VFW Post 3168, exit 150 off I-44 on the South Outer Road. Attention athletes! If you want to make sure that you perform this season at 100%, then call Ogle Chiropractic in Waynesville. Their sports well care program is only $45 per month, and that's up to 12 visits each month. Dr. Shane and Dr. Tabby Ogle will make sure everything is in alignment and treat any issue you have before the big game. Ogle Chiropractic offers sports and school physicals, electrical muscle stimulation, and treatments for sports injuries. Ogle Chiropractic is dedicated to providing Waynesville and the surrounding communities with the best possible chiropractic care available. Stop by today or call 774-4177. Ogle Chiropractic, a proud supporter of Waynesville Athletics. You're listening to KOZQ 102.3 FM Waynesville, St. Robert, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Get Napa know-how at St. Robert Auto Supply off Missouri Avenue in St. Robert and get the good stuff 7 days a week.
Well, we're back. Marv Luton along with Shane McPherson. We're enjoying the drum and bugle corps here. And I mean, these gals, and they're all gals, all girls. They've got the bugles, they've got the drums, they've got the bagpipes, and they've got the crowd standing here, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, it's really impressive. These girls are getting after it. They put a lot of time and effort into this, and it's really a fun thing to watch. It's nice to see kids performing like this and having such a good time doing it.
I'll tell you what, they can bang them skins.
Yes, they can.
I mean, the late Keith Moon and John Bonham from The Who and Led Zeppelin would be proud of these girls.
They would, you betcha.
Man, they are just banging these skins, and again, they've got everybody up on their feet, and they're walking down the track right now, and they're waiting to put the last 3 minutes on the scoreboard for the warm-up for the football teams as they get ready to come back out here again. Waynesville Tigers leading this by the score of 57-0 over the Springfield Central Bulldogs, and again, we will have a running clock here to at least start the third quarter. And I'm not sure when they did this. It was a couple of years ago, I believe. It's always been a running clock in the fourth quarter if you're ahead by 35 points. But somebody told me it was a few years ago that they put it in for the entire second half.
Right, yeah, it was about 3 or 4 years ago. You know, it just seemed like we were talking about this earlier when we were on our way down, that it just seemed like to us that last year they didn't ever run it on us until the fourth quarter. Now, we may have been mistaken about that, but I just got to tell you the truth. I'd almost bet that there were a couple of games they didn't really run until the fourth quarter. But now that we know, we're looking at what? We're looking at what? 24 minutes of football.
24 minutes of football, and it's going to go by quickly. Again, with the Waynesville Tigers having a 57-0 lead here in this contest. The Tigers, again, have scored 8 touchdowns. Have scored a defensive touchdown and also have put up 2 points on a safety here in this contest. They have 9 penalties for 60 yards, and that is something that has to be a concern to Coach Joe Haynes. I don't care if you're leading 57-0. The penalties here for this Waynesville Tiger team, that is still too many. They have been dinky penalties this week. Last week, we had some holding penalties. We ran 100 yards of penalties last week, and we had some holding penalties for 10, some pass interference penalties for 15 yards. Here we have pretty much done the nickel. With the motion penalties and the offside penalties and the illegal participation penalties and the delay of game penalty. Well, I don't think we've had any delay of game penalties yet.
Well, you know, the one thing there is about football games and about any sporting, there's always something to work on. And tonight, you know, a little sloppy in the middle of that second quarter, something to work on. Our penalties are kind of mental mistakes, something to work on. So we can correct those and start putting these full games together, these last 5, and we're getting better every week. So who knows what can happen. And I'm going to tell you, you know, the way it looks like we're getting stronger, some of the other teams might be getting a little bit weaker. We'll just wait and see. Have the wishful thinking, half glass full attitude. Let's just hope we can stay healthy this half and get ready for a big homecoming game next week against Rolla.
Yeah, the Rolla Bulldogs will be coming into town. That will be Community Pride Night, as well as you said, Shane, homecoming. And we saw Rolla earlier on in the season at the Jamboree. They were a little impressive, but we were able to put 2 touchdowns on the board against Rolla, and that's when we saw our first shot of Mike Lewis at quarterback and what he could do with the football. Scoot to the outside, keep it. Also saw his little gun-slinging arm, and we had a couple of real good catches in that Jamboree by our receivers, Cavalier, and also, let's see, who was the other one on the other side of the field? That was Bledsoe.
Right.
Who caught one in that Jamboree. So, you know, and they've had some opportunities here. Last week they had opportunities and they dropped the ball, but this week the Tigers are catching the balls, throwing by both Emperado and Lewis.
Well, yeah, and the thing about it is, one thing that we did notice since the beginning of the season is the defense has gotten progressively better and better and better. And, you know, okay, yeah, we got beat pretty bad by Cavington. Yes, we get pretty bad by Lebanon. But on our side of it, our defense had to be on the field probably 3/4 of both those games. We hung in against Kickapoo, had a chance to win it. We catch that throwback that we scored big time on against Hillcrest last week. We catch that throwback on Kickapoo, we win that game.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, we're getting closer all the time. It's not bad things that keep happening to us. We keep improving, and that's what you want to see, and I know Coach Haynes and his staff have to be happy with it.
So we're about ready to get this second half underway. The Waynesville Tigers will receive the football because they kicked off in the first half, so the Tigers will get an opportunity to put some more points on the board, leading 57-0. We'll have to see what Coach Joe Haynes brings out of the sidelines, whether he'll bring his first string, whether he'll bring his second string. If the second string are even here, I'm not real sure we have the JV team here.
Well, I think, you know, some of these guys are JV that are with us. You know, we've got, I'd say a good 50 on our sideline. So I'm thinking that we've got plenty of the JV guys, and hopefully the coaches were probably thinking that this hopefully would kind of happen in this situation, and most definitely we would like to see that some kids that don't normally get a shot to get a shot,
especially in a varsity game, because these are the kids that are going to be coming up. These are the ones that are sophomores. They're going to be playing at a varsity level next week, or next year, rather.
Didn't we kick the ball off to start the game, and we're kicking the ball off in the second half? We must have taken the kick. It's the only thing that I can figure.
Yeah, we must have won the toss, taken the kick, and now we're kicking off again.
Okay.
So kicking it off for the Tigers is going to be Christopher Peterson. The Tigers do have their younger group in there, and Peterson boots this thing.
Down on the ground again.
And the ball is loose, and it is picked up by Central at the 31-yard line, make it the 32. The Tigers, again, all over that.
We have the ball. We have the ball.
We do have the ball. So Central blows another kickoff. That's the second kickoff that the Tigers have recovered here into this football game, and it will be 1st and 10 for Waynesville on the Central 32-yard line.
I don't know. I've seen anything more bad happen to a football team tonight than it's happening to Central. I mean, there's just everything is going bad for Central. Everything.
Yeah, I mean, kickoffs, you know, those are pretty sure things unless, you know, somebody fumbles. But to recover the ball the first time, Central didn't even get a chance to get the ball.
Yes, and this is our JV team.
So we have brought the JV team out, and let's see who is going to quarterback.
It's going to be Aaron, it looks like, to start off.
Is that Emperado out there?
I believe it is.
Yes, it is. Emperado will get the
delay.
call.
Got a delay.
So a 5-yard penalty for the Waynesville Tigers on the delay, 65 yards in penalties. That'll bring another 5 yards back, and we're going to swap running backs. Coming in for the Waynesville Tigers is going to be Joe Linkus.
This is going to be interesting to try to get these numbers.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing these kids. And here is Emperado.
Ouch.
He will hand off up the middle, and that goes absolutely nowhere.
Is that
running the ball?
Sumter?
Let's see. I don't think that was Sumter on the carry. No, I think that was 31.
I don't.
Is that John Eli?
Might be, yeah. 34. That was Sumter.
It was Sumter.
Yeah.
Okay, he is going off the field right now. Okay, so John Eli is going to line up wide to the outside. So it's going to be second down now and about 17 for the Tigers. Here is the pitch back, and Machua goes to the outside, still on his feet, and he's going to go all the way down to the 30, making the 28-yard line. 29-yard line is where they say his knee went down.
So he made 9-10 yards on that.
Machuca is just a sophomore, and many of these players are just sophomores here in this football game for the Tigers. Again, on top 57-0 here in this contest. Second down now and about 7 to go for the Tigers. And here is the pitch back to the outside, and I thought he might have got loose for a little bit more. That is, again, Machuca. They got him, I think they got him by his shoestring. And
he's pretty upset with himself that he didn't break that, but
he couldn't keep his balance.
No, he couldn't. 4-down territory here.
And that was a third down. Now it's fourth down. Fourth down now at about 6 for the Tigers, or 7. Actually, the ball's spotted at the 29-yard line.
Is he going to – okay, they're going to punt?
They're going to I think they're going to bring in Choi.
Yeah, they're going to punt.
Okay, the Tigers are – no.
We don't have near enough guys. We don't have near enough guys. Not very many guys.
Yeah, we do not have enough players on the field. There's only about 8 of us. Isn't there illegal participation. Yeah, we do not have enough players on the field. That's another 5-yard penalty.
Well, this is tough on the coaches because a lot of these guys, they haven't been on these special teams and stuff like that, and you're wholesale changing, and you'll take the 5-yard penalty because it only puts us back to the 34. So, now we got to make sure we got enough guys, and I believe
number 11 is now coming on the field.
We do now. Yes, we do.
So Choi will boot it away. He'll kick it from his 48-yard line and kick this high up into the air, and it will take a Waynesville bounce, and it will bounce right around the 20-yard line, and it will be Central's ball, 1st and 10, I think, at their 20.5-yard line. Trailing again the Tigers 57-0 with 7:43 left to go here in the third quarter.
Okay. So now we're going to be at the 21. Coming out. They got it set. Okay. Been kind of not sure where we're going to set it or do stuff like that.
So, let's see. I'm trying to catch up some of the defensive linemen here. Newly into this game. Oliver Bazinet is one.
Right.
He was a starter earlier in the season.
Yes, he was on the offensive side.
Yes, on the offensive side. Not on the defense. Here is the snap. It goes back to the second back. That is Isaiah.
Lost a 2.
Isaiah Harvey, and he lost, again, like you said, lost the 2 on the play.
That's an all JV defense out there. Machua's getting a look out at linebacker, inside linebacker. He's been doing some of that for the varsity too, but now he's going to get the full realm of it. 35, that is Grant Kindred. 31, John Eli's out there.
Again, it's a second down now and about 10 for the Central Bulldogs. They're on their own 21-yard line. And here is the handoff to the second
22.
back to the outside. And that was the handoff. I'll tell you, that one absolutely went nowhere. That was Keenan Stengel. And they chased him sideline to sideline, and they hauled him down, a loss of 2 on the play.
Yeah. And that was a nice job by number 22 on that. That's a new back.
Yeah, Dominique Garland. That's our one of our offensive running backs.
He's quick. Who's the back out there right now for Central? Is that number? No, here he comes. Number 34 was that last.
Yeah, 34. That was Stiegel. Having a hard time reading these names up here.
Which we thought we would this half anyway.
So 5.5 left to go here in the third quarter. Timeout called now by the referees, and a timeout called by the Central Bulldogs. Gives us a chance to hear from another one of our fine sponsors. We're back in a moment.
Our Women's Health and Maternity Services family is growing. Phelps County Regional Medical Center is proud to welcome gynecologist Nathan Ratchford and obstetrics and gynecology physician Wes Harden to the PCRMC Medical Group. Doctors Ratchford and Harden will begin seeing patients this summer in the PCRMC Women's Health Center and Maternity Services. To learn more or to make an appointment, please visit pcrmc.com or call 426-2229. Phelps County Regional Medical Center, our family caring for yours.
At Lindsay Chrysler Jeep Dodge in St. Robert, we're here to serve you with outstanding sales and service. Whatever your preference, Chrysler Jeep Dodge, along with access to Ford and Chevrolet, all under one roof. At Lindsay Chrysler Jeep Dodge, you'll also find the area's largest stock of used vehicles with over 300 to choose from, all clearly marked on windshields and online. See for yourself with a visit to Lindsay Chrysler Jeep Dodge, 909 Missouri Avenue, St. Robert, or online at lindsay-dodgechrysler.com.
Back here, Marv Luton, Shane McPherson, 5:23 left to go here in the third quarter. 57-0, Waynesville on top of the Central Bulldogs. And here is Harvey back to throw, and he gets popped immediately. The ball is picked off by the Tigers.
Unbelievable
Coming up, there's Garland again. He caught that ball. It looked like he caught that thing behind his back.
He did.
Dominique Garland, he had his back to the quarterback, and all of a sudden at the last second, Dominique Garland turned around and picked it off.
Oh, no, they're calling it incomplete.
Okay.
Wow. It doesn't matter. That was pretty good coverage.
Yeah, it was very good coverage.
Because he ran the wheel route, and they were trying to pick him off to get him loose, and Garland got around the pick and made a big difference on that play, but it almost really looked like he caught that behind his back.
And I did not see the ball hit the ground.
I didn't either.
4:41 left to go. It is a 4th down and 13. The ball in the 18, and the Bulldogs will punt it, and they kick it, and the Tigers might have got another piece of it. This thing goes out of bounds at the 31, 32-yard line.
Well,
it's going to be great field position for the Waynesville Tigers again.
I don't think we got a block on that one. I think they just call that a good old-fashioned shank.
And they shanked it out of bounds for sure.
Yes, they did. On the 30.
So the Tiger JV team will come back in. Again, Tigers leading this by the score 57-0. Coach Joe Haynes has brought out his JV squad for the second half. Minus maybe the quarterback. I think we've got another quarterback.
Yep,
I think we
15.
got another quarterback in the game now for the Tigers.
That would be LJ Beam.
And Beam will take the snap, works out of the pistol, hands the ball off, first back through, absolutely nowhere to go. Is that Sumter again that's carrying?
Yeah.
Yep, that is Sumter.
Sean.
Sean was there with like 3 Central Bulldogs on top of Sean the minute he took the handoff.
Yep.
Loss of 5 on the play, brings up a 2nd down and 15. Looking at the 3-minute mark of the third quarter. Tigers again 57-0 over the Central Bulldogs. It's a running clock here in the third.
Got Machua back there now with LJ. Beam.
Being the quarterback again. He will hand the ball off, and again, it is Sumter up the middle. No, and that's Machuca, like you said. And I'll tell you what, they were trying to strip that ball from him. He held on. He gets back to the line of scrimmage and adds another 2 yards to that. So that is going to be a gain of about, 8 on the play?
8, yeah, 8. Damien's a hard runner. You know, he's just a good, gritty little football player. And he's only a sophomore, so he's going to get bigger. He told me he's going to live in the weight room in the offseason. Probably be one of those starting linebackers next year.
3rd down and 8 now for the Tigers. And it's Machuca again with the handoff,
Not
and he
this
is
time.
greeted by 3 Springfield Central Bulldogs as he takes the handoff. Again, another loss of about 6 on the play. Well, they're only going to give him a loss of 4. See, his forward progress was stopped as he got popped and knocked back about 5 yards. So another punting situation coming up for the Waynesville Tigers. It's 4th and 12. This is normally 4-down territory. The ball on the Springfield 32-yard line, but they're bringing Aaron Choi back into the contest for the punt. He will kick it from the 45-yard line of Springfield Central, and he will probably try to angle. These are when you practice your angles down into the corner. And Choi boots this thing high up into the air, and it is going to be it bounces at the 10 and rolls into the end zone.
Good effort.
Tigers trying to lunge at that thing and trying to down it at the goal line, but couldn't get it done. So it's 1st and 10 for Central at the 20. 1.5 minutes left to go here in the 3rd.
Yep, and it's keep on ticking.
Again, a 57-0 lead right now for Waynesville. The offense and the defense are pretty much the same here for the Tigers. They're getting these JV players are getting a workout here in the 3rd quarter. They're playing offense, they're playing defense, and they're looking at that scoreboard and saying, "Hey, slow that thing down a little bit. We're not getting much playing time here."
And now Central's got a few of their subs in. Their backfield stayed the same though. Still got Harvey back there as their quarterback, and the big boy.
The older Harvey.
Yeah, the older Harvey back there.
Isaiah and Tyrell. Isaiah, the quarterback, works out of the shotgun and hands this one off to the up back through, and the Waynesville Tigers grab him. We are going to have a face mask penalty on that one. That was Muchler.
And that's probably going to be a personal foul on that one. I mean, that's one of those didn't mean to, but you did it anyway, so.
And didn't let go.
No. Yeah, that's a personal foul.
Yeah, personal foul, face mask, another 15 tacked onto that for the Tigers. That is their 12th penalty.
How many yards is that?
85.
That's not good.
So they will pick up another first down, their second first down of this football game for the Central Bulldogs. That will move the ball all the way up to their 38-yard line. 1st and 10 for Central, last play of the 3rd quarter. And Isaiah Harvey, he gets popped as he rolls to the outside. They slow him down a little bit, and coming over to finish him off. Let's see if we can pick out that orange number.
That's 72, I believe.
Okay, that's 72. That thing is, I think that is Antonio Pearson.
It's Antonio Pearson.
Yeah, and that's the end of the 3rd. No scoring by either team. Still 57-0. Waynesville on top. 4th quarter coming up when we come back.
The place there's no place else like. Home. It's the circle of chairs around your fire pit, where all the do you remembers get passed around like bowls of ice cream. It's bacon and eggs in the skillet, crackling along with the laughter.
At Shelter Insurance, we don't just insure your home, we insure all the memories that live inside it. Ask your agent for details. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
For a free insurance review,
For auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, Mike Anthony, your Shelter Insurance agent in Waynesville.
Stop by and see me, Dave Howlett, your Shelter Insurance agent in Richland.
Mailbox It of St. Robert is the go-to resource for packing, shipping, printing, and business service needs. Their team of dedicated, professionally trained experts understands the meaning of superstar customer care. They focus on saving you time and money by ensuring you get the right products and services at the right price. They can pack and ship almost anything to almost anywhere in the world. But shipping is only one way they can help make your life easier. They are also St. Robert's premier copy, print, and document service center. Large or small, black and white or color, it can be printed. Mailbox It can handle it. Mailbox It, one-stop shop for dozens of business products and services that will allow you to do what you're good at while they take care of the other stuff you need to succeed.
You're tuned into 102.3 FM, Waynesville, Missouri. Marv Luton along with Shane McPherson. Fourth quarter coming up. Tigers 57, Central Bulldogs zip. As we are at Harrison Stadium, the Bulldogs are on defense with the Waynesville Tigers. Back on, oh no, let's see. Let's change that. It's the Central Bulldogs on offense as we begin the fourth quarter. They're looking at a second down and 11. And this is Tyrell Harvey gets to the outside. He's got some running room. He will pick up the first down, get the ball all the way out to the 48-yard line of the Waynesville Tigers. Running off of left tackle, turned the corner and found a little daylight.
Yeah, but, you know, he can break free, but we can probably still catch him because he's a big kid, but he doesn't, not real fleet of foot, but, you know, he's getting the yards now. And
we're bringing this one back anyway, so the first down will not count.
Are they calling a hold?
They're calling a holding penalty on, and a lot of times when you see one of these backs turn the corner, a lot of times when you see a yellow flag, you can bank on it being a holding penalty because that's how they got around the corner.
Sure was.
So another 10-yard penalty. That is only the fifth penalty for the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
40 yards in penalties. The Tigers have 12 for 85.
Well, they may run that same play again, but they're in that spread formation now.
Okay, first and 10, and here's the pitch to the outside. They're going to run to the other side of the field. Harvey still on his feet. He was tripped up at the 45-yard line, stayed on his feet, kept his balance, and then finally had to give it up at around midfield at the 50, and that's where they're going to spot the ball, but that's enough for a first down.
So got 15 on that one.
Fourth first down of the game for the Bulldogs. Tigers on top, 57-0. We are in the fourth quarter of a running clock here at Harrison Stadium. Tigers will go to 2-3 on the season. Next week, Rolla coming to town for homecoming. Here is the snap, and this is Isaiah Harvey. Now he'll pitch to brother Tyrell to the outside, and Tyrell's on his feet, sticks his helmet down, and plows a few Waynesville Tigers over. A gain of 8 on the play. That drops the ball. They'll spot the ball right around the 42-yard line.
Okay, plow's a good word. More like run over.
Okay, but they're going to spot it to 43. I guess they said his knee went down a yard earlier. But you're right. That's what he did. He just plowed him over. He stuck that helmet down and said, get out of my way.
Well, it's not fair. He's got about 100 pounds on a couple of our defensive guys over there, but he's taking advantage of it.
Well, he's got 100 pounds on every one of our linebackers. I'll tell you that right now.
For sure.
Maybe not 100 pounds on some of the linemen, but when you get into that second tier, my goodness, you're asking kids weight about 160 pounds to tackle a 235-pounder. And here is, again, Tyrell. Ball gets loose, and, well.
You know, he threw it.
He did throw. Okay, I thought he might have passed that, but I didn't see the arm go forward. But all of a sudden, I saw the ball come out, so they'll call that an incomplete pass.
Yeah, they will.
And that was Tyrell Harvey again. We're rolling to the outside. The Tigers, they couldn't bring him down, so while they were trying to tackle him, and he was still on his feet, he decided just to throw the ball instead of a loss on the play. It'll go for an incomplete pass.
Well, he threw it at his brother's back while his brother was looking downfield, you know, and threw it at his brother's back. But, you know, not a necessarily bad play by Harvey.
No, it wasn't. I thought it was a pretty smart play, actually.
Yeah, actually, it was an intelligent play.
3rd and 2. As long as it doesn't get picked off, it's okay, or you don't get called for grounding.
Right.
3rd and 2, and here is Isaiah Harvey. Rolls to the outside. He is going to be hauled down from behind. Good speed that time by Garland for the Waynesville Tigers.
Yeah, I gave him a loss of 4 on that.
That's Dominique Garland.
And, of course, they're going to go for it.
Brings up a 4th down and about 5 with 7:55 left to go here in the game. 57-0, Waynesville on top.
I say they're going to give it to the big boy.
Probably 4th down and 5. Yeah, I'd say you're probably right. That would be, no, they're going to throw it and right into the hands of the Waynesville Tigers. And a good move that time by Waynesville. Classy move that time. Who made the pick for the Waynesville Tigers? That was Cedric Williams.
Good job.
Williams picked that ball off, and he had nothing but daylight down the side, Shane.
Yeah, it would have been a pick six easy.
It would have been a pick six, but he decided just to do a little flip on the ground and call himself down. 1st and 10 for the Waynesville Tigers. Put that ball back in the hands of the JV team and let them get a few more reps.
And that's just, you got to give kudos to Coach Haynes and his staff on that. They have told these kids, you will not run it up on that team. You know what that feels like, and you're not going to do the same thing to these guys.
6:54 left to go here in this contest. 57-0. The Tigers are on top. Yeah, some teams will just continue to run it. Some of the scores in college just blow my mind.
Yeah, and they never bring their guys off.
Yeah,
ever.
They just keep pounding and pounding.
Pad those stats.
You bet. Bean, the quarterback for the Tigers, hands the ball off, and getting wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage is Sumter again for the Tigers. No gain on the play. Matter of fact, he lost 2 on that one.
Poor Sean has taken a beating this half. You know, that's 3 rushes for him for -9 yards. He's just had no place to go.
Well, and the thing of it is, you've got a JV line in there. You bring the varsity line in there who've, I mean, even the first half when Sumter caught the ball, Sumter carried the ball, he was productive.
Well, you know, just like what we had heard up here from the guys up here who've been a real help all night, is you just don't run to the middle on Central. I mean, their 1 and their 3 gaps are just pretty solid. And they did a pretty good job on us in the first half in those 1 and 3 gaps as well.
Yeah, and we went outside. We figured that out, and we got outside, and hence the score. We have whistles on the play before the ball is snapped, and we're going to have delay a game. Yep. Dead ball foul on the Tigers. That is the 13th penalty for Waynesville for 90 yards.
You don't like that, Marv. I know you don't.
No, I do not.
No, you never have been a big.
That drives me nuts when you know. I mean, that's all. That's a football field,
right?
You know, and in penalties, you've marked yourself back. Last week we had 100 yards in penalties.
Right. It's been well established that you don't like penalties.
Is it that obvious?
It's pretty obvious.
Yeah, it's a shame. 5:08 left to go here in the game, and here's Machuca gets the handoff. He rolls off of right tackle to midfield, still on his feet, gets into Central territory to the Central 49. He might have picked up a first down.
No, he got just past. He just got past the yardstick, so it's going to be about 3rd and 10.
Yeah, so he got back to almost the original line of scrimmage.
Now, Damian on the other side has 5 carries for 23 yards. And I know that Damian and Sean are good friends, and they'll be throwing that back and forth at each other for sure this week.
Little trash talking going on between the two, you think?
Oh, that's fun stuff.
3rd and 10 again. Bean under center. He will fake the pitch. Now hands off to Machuca. Machuca off of left tackle, and he'll gain about 4 on the play before he's brought down at the 46-yard line of the Hornets, or of the Bulldogs. 4:10 left to go here in the game.
I'm sure we'll. Well, what are we going to do here? Yeah, here comes the punt team.
So the Tigers will boot the ball away again, leading this 57-0 over Springfield Central again. Next week, we are at home with the Rolla Bulldogs coming to town.
And we don't have enough out there again. Sorry.
It's going to be a challenge next week with Rolla.
You know, what was interesting about what the Rolla coach that we thought was interesting is he had one of the best quarterbacks in the area last year. And he has actually said that he thinks this guy may be better. This guy that they've got this year may be better than this guy last year. Now, to do that, that's got to be a big, big, big deal. It really does.
So the Tigers take a delay of game penalty. I can accept that kind of penalty.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. With 57-0 score, Aaron Choi just stayed over on the sidelines, and the Tigers, rather than burn a timeout, they decided to march themselves back 5 yards.
Well, this is the first time.
You're in midfield, so be it.
And it's the first time these JV kids have been on the varsity field. You know, so they're nervous and all that kind of stuff. They don't want to make mistakes, but they don't know where they're going or what they're doing, and that does make a statement. Good kick.
Choi boots this thing away. Nice kick, and this thing is going to roll dead, and the Tigers are going to down it at the 27-yard line. So Central will have it 1st and 10 at the 27. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left to go here in this football game, and the Tigers will waltz out of here with a win, and most likely, the way things have been going, even with the JV team out there, Central has not really been able to move the ball here in the second half.
No, you know, they give it to number 35. He's out of the ball game now. You know that they're going to do everything they can to try to score before this game's over. Here comes number 50.
And that's, I think that is one of the linemen. That's one of the senior linemen.
Yeah.
That's a Rusty Mock.
They got number 34. That's Stiegel out here.
Again, Isaiah Harvey is in the backfield, and he will take the snap. One hands it. It's a snap wide to the outside. He will change directions now. He is still being chased by the Tigers, and he will be brought down. Went to the left, came back to the right, cut up the middle, and gains about, from the line of scrimmage, about 3 yards on the play. Isaiah Harvey, again, running about 20 yards and gaining 3. Looked a little like Fran Tarkington out there.
Yeah.
Remember old Fran?
Yeah.
Ran all over the backfield. Didn't just running away and eluding would-be tacklers.
Drove defenses nuts. They could never catch him.
Missed those days of those little quarterbacks who could do so much. Kansas City's got a pretty good one who can do an awful lot.
Aren't they impressive
yeah,
so far?
So they are. They are. 1:02 left to go, and here is Harvey with the carry. He'll roll out to the left, and he will be tackled. He'll lose about a yard on the play. Brings up a third down now and about 7. Under a minute left to go here in this contest, and the Waynesville Tigers will come out of here with a 2-3 record and a 57-0 win. We'll probably have enough for maybe one more play here in this contest. If they hurry. Even Central's not worried about hustling too much.
This is going to be the last play.
And they do not have enough players on the field. Finally, they get enough, and they will take the snap, and this will be the last play of the game. Harvey out to throw, throws the pass, and it is incomplete. And that will wrap up week number 5. It is in the books. The Waynesville Tigers win this by the score of 57-0. The Tigers scoring all 57 in the first half of this football game. It's a wrap. We're coming back and bringing you some stats and more when we return in just a moment.
Our Women's Health and Maternity Services family is growing. Phelps County Regional Medical Center is proud to welcome gynecologist Nathan Ratchford and obstetrics and gynecology physician Wes Harden to the PCRMC Medical Group. Doctors Ratchford and Harden will begin seeing patients this summer in the PCRMC Women's Health Center and Maternity Services. To learn more or to make an appointment, please visit pcrmc.com or call 426-2229. Phelps County Regional Medical Center, our family caring for yours.
Attention athletes. If you want to make sure that you perform this season at 100%, then call Ogle Chiropractic in Waynesville. Their sports well care program is only $45 per month, and that's up to 12 visits each month. Dr. Shane and Dr. Tabby Ogle will make sure everything is in alignment and treat any issue you have before the big game. Ogle Chiropractic offers sports and school physicals, electrical muscle stimulation, and treatments for sports injuries. Ogle Chiropractic is dedicated to providing Waynesville and the surrounding communities with the best possible chiropractic care available. Stop by today or call 774-4177. Ogle Chiropractic, a proud supporter of Waynesville Athletics.
Back here, Marv Luton along with Shane McPherson. The Waynesville Tigers win this by the score of 57-0 over the Springfield Central Bulldogs. We knew the Tigers were better than the first couple of weeks showed. We knew after we barely lost to Kickapoo that this Tiger team could play some football if they put their minds to it. Of course, we ran into two buzzsaws, two state-ranked teams in Camden and Lebanon,
sure did.
And they proved why they were state-ranked.
Right.
They spanked us pretty good. Now we just put a whooping on Springfield Central, 57-0, scoring 8 touchdowns, and again, $150. Or actually $200 to the Waynesville Athletic Department from Seller Sexton, 25 for each touchdown. The Tigers scored 7 touchdowns on the offense. They had 1 on defense, had a 2-point safety Kevin Poinsett, Cameron Cavalier. 4 touchdowns for Sheen Butler-Lawson, 1 for Aaron Imperato, and Ian Williams on the defensive fumble recovery. And Aaron Choi was pretty good, 7 out of 8 for extra points here in this game. Plus, busted an extra point for, 35 yards. That shows that the young man does have a foot.
Yeah, he does. And, that was one really good plus for us tonight, that we found that. And we've known that Aaron has a great leg. He just hadn't got a whole lot of reps. But that had to boost his confidence big time. That second half, it went so fast. There weren't very many total plays at all. They were all rushes on both sides of the ball. We had 9 rushes for 18 total yards. They had 7 rushes for 16 total yards. So the game for us, we had 345 total yards, but another outstanding performance by the defense gave up 6 total yards for the game. It's gotten better than it did last week, and it needed to against the Central Bulldog team. But I got to tell you the truth, that was a pretty darn good, another consistent performance by our defense, a better performance by our offense for sure, against probably a lesser type of team that we saw tonight than we've seen all year. But now we've just got to play on that confidence and go after Rolla. Rolla's beatable. When we play Rolla, it's always a shootout. It never matters. In 07, it was a shootout, with Rolla. We took over in the middle of that third quarter and kind of handled the game. And in 08, we had a pretty good darn team too. But, they're always a shootout. Last year, we had a shootout with Rolla. Towards it, the year before that, kind of a shootout. So it's always a shootout. It's always a big game. And I think that, this team, on the confidence that they have, pending on what we find out on the way home on all these other games, these next 2 out of 3 games, besides the West Plains game, because they're rolling, we're going to go on there, do our best, see what we can do against this team, hopefully have a great showing and send a message to the rest of the district that we are back and we are trying to improve this program, which Coach Haynes and his staff have done an outstanding job of doing this year.
I think you hit it on the nose, confidence.
Yeah.
And 2 wins in a row now after 24 losses in a row. So that has got to put some kind of confidence in the mind of this football team that we can play the game, we can score. Right. We certainly saw that tonight. We didn't go up the middle, which you couldn't go up the middle, so we adapted. Right. We were able to go to the outside against this Central team. We threw the ball. We ran the ball. We forced fumbles, forced interceptions, and did a lot of really good things. Special teams was good. Again, and we're going back to the penalties was the only really bad part of this game, but they were dinky little 5-yard penalties. I know when you win 57-0, okay, you accept the penalties.
Right. And, one good thing that I think we really need to point out tonight was the show of class by the Waynesville Tigers and the coaching staff. To get those guys, we were up 57-0. We could have scored at will in the second half. No question about it if we left our first guys and probably, scored 70, 80 points. But Coach Haynes showed a lot of class tonight, having his guys go down, not trying to pad stats, not trying to get guys up because it's a football game and these are kids. And, and they're going to build off that. And, that show of class taught those kids what class is about tonight. And I think that's a very important factor. And kudos to Coach Haynes and his staff on presenting that class to the Waynesville Tigers. And our program shows a lot of class by our program as well.
So the Rolla Bulldogs, again, are in town next week. The Waynesville Tigers will host its homecoming, Community Pride Night, big night down at the Tiger Stadium. And we'll be there for that as well next Friday night. For my partner, Shane McPherson, I'm Marv Luton, our engineer, the Chuckster, back at the station. Thanks for joining us. Glad to have you with us. We'll see you next Friday night from Waynesville as Rolla will be coming to town. Tigers win it 57-0. So long for now.
You've been listening to Waynesville Tiger Football. Our game has been brought to you by Air Serve Heating and Air, Arby's of St. Robert, B&B Theater in Waynesville, TC Towing of Waynesville, Balfour Beatty Communities of Fort Wood, Columbia College, King Auto Glass, Lindsay Chrysler Dodge, Ram Jeep of St. Robert, Park University of Fort Leonard Wood, Ogle Chiropractic in Waynesville, Mailboxing of St. Robert, Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company, the Seller Sexton Auto Group, Shelter Insurance Agents, Mike Anthony of Waynesville and Dave Holland in Richland, VFW Post 3168, Team Ellison Remax Professional Realty, the Bank of Crocker, Clayton Homes of Lebanon, Lynch's Furniture of St. Robert, the Mary's County Bank, St. Robert Auto Supply, and the Waynesville Medical Plaza. That's it for this evening. Have a great night.